What's good, people? What is good? All right, let's jump straight into this video. No time wasting whatsoever. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like and share the vids as well, people. Like and share the vids. Friday night drink. What is it today? This is Appleton's. Pretty good as well. Nice, smooth. Lovely, jubbly. All right, so much fights, so many fights tomorrow. Remember, we are live streaming. I'm going to put it out on the community tab. But just to tell you guys in advance, we are, is it not even live streaming? It's going to be a live watch along, apologies, before my channel gets taken down, of David Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly. We might as well cover the whole card. So we are going to start, I don't know what time we're going to start, 6 or something like that. In fact, you know what? We're going to kick things off at 8, so we might miss a couple of fights. I've got a few things to do tomorrow. So we're going to kick things off at 8 o'clock right here, live watch along. It'd be nice to have you guys. Let's quickly remind ourselves of the fight card itself. I like the fight card. I really do like the fight card. I like it way better than Josh Warrington's fight card a week ago. We got Johnny Fisher versus Matt Gordon, heavyweight clash. Johnny Fisher on his debut. Florian Marcoux versus Ryland Charlton. Going to be a bit of a bang on that one. Jordan Gill versus Cesar Juarez. I don't know about these Mexicans, but, you know, every time they come over, they cause problems. Robbie Davis Jr. versus Gabriel Valenzuela. And then we've got David Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly. Both of them looked fantastic on the scales. Fantastic. Josh Kelly looked superb on the scales. And I just hope that he can perform to the heights that a lot of people think he can. I mean, finally, we are here for Avanesyan versus Kelly. It feels like it's been a long time coming. I think the fight's been scheduled 2 or 3 times before. So I don't think it's even 3rd time lucky. I think it could be 4th time lucky. But we are here. Bit of an acid test, this one, for Josh Kelly. He is stepping up. I was going to say massively. He's taking a step up, put it that way. And that's what it should be for me. If you're fighting for any strap, it should be a step up. And he's fighting for the European title. And with that comes European level status, right? I'm not going to say fringe world level status. I'm saying European level status. But let's hope he gets the job done. I have seen some bits of him doing some pad work and hitting the bag, and he looks good. I can't lie to you, he looks good. He's different, isn't he? And we've said this about Adam Booth fighters in the past, or I have at least. They're all quite different. They're all very, very different. Obviously, you've got the very elite ones he had in David Haye and George Groves, and those were very unorthodox. Could do the basics, but very unorthodox. Both of them had a lot of power, and Josh Kelly could be that guy as well. I hope he is. Again, I just saying this from a very British standpoint. I hope he is as special as they say. He is 26 now, and this is the age for me where you move. You move. Avanesyan next. Could be Conor Benn in the summer. And, you know, I mean, Eddie Hearn will be rubbing his hands together and praying to God that Kelly gets through this one. I do wonder what happens if it goes to the scorecards. I mean, we obviously had the issue last week with Kika Martinez and Zalfa Barrett. The funny thing is, the General Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control says he saw nothing wrong with that scorecards and actually scored it by 2 rounds to Zalfa Barrett. That's not the issue here. The issue is the 118, 111, or was it 118, 110 score to Zalfa. That's the fucking issue. But yeah, great fight. Let's hope it lives up to all the expectation, because we have been waiting for this fight for a very, very long time. It isn't the only fight on the weekend. Obviously, Adrien Broner is back. I say back because we haven't seen Adrien Broner in the ring since he fought Manny Pacquiao the 19th of January 2019. 2 years ago plus. Adrien Broner hasn't fought for nearly 800 days. Madness. But he's fighting Jovani Santiago. The fight was obviously scheduled for 140, but due to the late replacement, and this is I think his 3rd or 4th opponent, Broner, by the way. The fight is now going to be at 147, which makes sense for Santiago. I mean, tell a guy to kill himself to make 140, and he would have made 140, but he's going to be like a fucking Ferrari, you know, engine. So Broner's going to take on Santiago. Santiago is unbeaten, but different kind of level. Let's see what Broner's got, right? You can't, as much as I like Broner, what he brings to the ring, or you can't do what Broner's been doing. You can't, like, this is a sport where you have to live the life. And the fact is, Broner hasn't won. Like, so Broner's not fought since January 1st, 2019. Sorry, January 19th, 2019. Apologies. He hasn't won since he beat Granados. That was a split decision one as well. The 18th of February, 2017. Broner hasn't won a fight since 2017. Boy. He lost to Mikey, draw with Jesse Vargas, and obviously lost to Manny Pacquiao. So I don't know what Broner is going to turn up. I don't know what people are expecting Broner to turn up, but we'll see, right? Robert Easter's on that card as well against Ryan Martin. That's a decent fight. That is a decent fight. Jeez, that's a sleeper. And they got Otto Volin versus Dominic Breazeale. I spoke to Otto Volin about a week ago for Talk Sport. Very fired up for this one. Obviously, look, had that fight against Tyson Fury, wanted to be a bit more active, hasn't been active, and he fights Dominic Breazeale, who hasn't fought since being stopped by Deontay Wilder. So, look, great fight card. That's not the only fight card. Stay with me, people. We've got more. Miguel Bichel is fighting against Oscar Valdez. Let's bring up that fight card very quickly. Miguel Bichel, who I think is the best super featherweight on the planet, but I mean, there are other good super feathers as well. He takes on Oscar Valdez. Unbeaten Oscar Valdez, by the way, and let's not forget that. And obviously he's part of that Canelo camp as well, so so that's another good one as well. Let's have a look at the actual fight card itself, seeing there's anything on there. Akavov is fighting. Akavov, who fought Billy Joe Saunders, he's fighting Esquiva Falcao, who's 27-0. A couple of other names that you guys might remember or might know. Gabriel Flores, unbeaten super feather. He takes on Jason Velez, who's 29-7. But Velez comes to fight a few times, you know. That's kind of it in terms of the names. The other guys on there are a couple of unbeatens. Elvis Rodriguez, Xander Zayas, Sonny Conto. We're not going to get into all that nonsense. All right, let's have a quick look at what stories are trending that we can have a little chinwag about before I go. This is kind of what I was saying. Is Adrien Broner even capable of dominating an unproven underdog at this point? We'll soon find out, right? Who bloody knows? I have absolutely no idea what Adrien Broner is going to turn up. Teofimo Lopez, Eddie Hearn, get Haney a live body, then we can fight. Agreed. That live body, did he class Jorge Linares as a live body? I mean, that's the one that they're rumoring. Rumoring? That's the fight that's rumored to happen. I prefer Comey. If I'm honest with you, I think there's a bit more left in Comey than there is Linares. I think Linares has outgrown 130. Well, Comey is as well, to be honest. But I think Comey's a bit more fresher of the two. So I would go Comey. But either Comey or Linares is decent for me, I think. 2 seconds. This was interesting. I kind of did see this coming, actually. Callum Johnson, the light heavyweight, has now inked a deal with Frank Warren. Yeah, good for him, by the way. I mean, the worst thing, he's been out for ages. And I mean, he's almost put a fucking help me plea out there. Like, come on, guys, I need fights. Not just for the sake of getting in the picture, to pay the bills. I mean, Callum Johnson, who fought for a world title against Bertabiev, I'm about to call him Bertabiev, but I've been told it's Bertabiev. Literally, it needs the money. It needs to fight. So good luck on him signing with Frank. Hopefully Frank can get him some fights. Eddie Hearn feels Joshua Wilder still possible in the future if it makes commercial sense. Joshua Wilder will always make commercial sense. Just a big fight. Obviously, it makes more commercial sense if AJ can come through Fury and Wilder can come through whoever he's going to fight next. The fight that makes sense for Wilder is Charles Martin. I think that makes sense. And then Andy Ruiz. I think a comeback fight against Charles Martin just to see where Wilder is. Did take a beating in that Fury fight. Then Andy Ruiz, and then we'll see. I mean, if he beats Andy Ruiz, the guy that beat AJ, then you got a story there. But obviously, both of them have got work to do. What else we got here? I can't wait for this fight. Estrada, I know Chocolatito's weaknesses. We're going for the knockout. Boy, I mean, there's levels to this, innit? Because I remember watching Chocolatito against Calya Fai, and there was levels there. So the fact that Estrada's actually a level above that, and he is a bit level above that, is frightening. That's the talent that's out there. Should be a good fight, but I expect Estrada to win that one. Canelo, undisputed is the short-term goal. No Mexican has ever done it. I mean, did you see the other day, Canelo had, I think it was 3, was it 3 or 2 Ring magazine belts? I think it might have been, let me have a look at this picture. I saw it the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I saw a picture. Where's the picture I saw? It might have been 2. Was it 2? I'm sure it was 3. I can't find it anymore. I'm sure, but anyway, whatever it was, I mean, this guy's cleaning up. I think it might have been 3, which doesn't make sense because he shouldn't really have the ring belt at 175. He's got it at 160. He's got it at 168. But I swear to God, I saw a picture of him with 3 Ring magazine belts. Yeah. Here's the picture. I've seen it now. Yeah. 3. Madness. Absolute madness. Also got a Clarissa Shields fight against Marie Eve. I can't pronounce. I never can. Decare. That fight's going down obviously in pay-per-view. Not much hype around it, if I'm honest with you. Let's feel sorry for Clarissa Shields. I really do. Did you see? I saw the E press conference the other day between McCaskill and Cecilia Brakus. That's gonna be. They were spitting a bit of venom with each other. They were spitting venom. I've not seen Cecilia Brakus like that at all, especially how she was in the aftermath of the fight. I don't know if you guys remember. She gave McCaskill the belts. It was very nice. It was cordial. It was beautiful. It was the way you'd want a champion on the way out to behave. Now she's like, no, I want my fucking belts back. Like, forget the niceties. I want my belts back. So that should be a good one between those two. All right, what other bits and bobs have we got? Joe Joyce confident Alexander Usyk would face him in the UK. Yes, with fans. Alexander Usyk would come here with fans because if that fight is on, wherever that fight is, it's going to be a pay-per-view fight, unfortunately, guys. If it's on BT Sports, it will be a pay-per-view fight. And I wonder if Joe Joyce can get 20,000 in the O2 Arena for Usyk. Who's the bigger draw over here? And this isn't even taking a piss. Is Usyk possibly a bigger draw than Joe Joyce over here? Because I'm thinking, I wonder if Joe Joyce can get 20,000. Should I be asking the question, can Usyk get the numbers over here? I mean, there is a big Eastern European like demographic over here, isn't there? So I wonder if Usyk might be the bigger draw. That's mad, but you know what I'm talking about. Canelo's coach, Yildirim first, then Saunders in May, and then we want Plant. Callum Smith, Yildirim, Saunders, Plant. And there's people out there like Demetrius Andrade saying, yeah, I don't really see why he's pound for pound number 1. You need to go and wash out your eyes, brother. Go and wash out your eyes. A couple of last bits here. Virgil Ortiz, open to facing Josh Kelly in future if he beats Avanesyan. That could be one for the future. Dylan White here says, Povetkin hit me with 1 clean shot. I was all right. I was fine. It wasn't all right. I mean, is he talking about, he didn't take loads of punches and bunches? If he's saying that, then he's correct. But he wasn't all right. He got knocked out viciously. This is why I can't go out there. It's very difficult for me to go out there and interview fighters as much as I want to do it, just because, again, Dylan White's a big boy. If Dylan White was to say that to me, I'd actually have to question him, saying, no, you weren't all right. You know what I mean? You know? I can't. It's difficult. And I wouldn't want Dylan White to get angry with me. All right, I saw this the other day that Jamel Herring and Frampton are going to Dubai. Is it in Dubai or Saudi Arabia, their fight? Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. All right, is that it? I think that's it. Let's have a quick look before we go at Mike Coppinger's Twitter page. I just want to see if there's any gossip on there. Mike Coppinger likes to gossip a bit, doesn't he? What we got? I should have a blue tick on Twitter. I can't believe I don't have a blue tick on Twitter yet. Can you guys follow me on Instagram, please? @a.oladipo. No, nothing much, to be fair. Nothing much at all. All right, guys, stay safe. Oh, before we go, I do like the fact that Anthony Joshua called Josh Warrington the other day, just to give him a, because Josh Warrington, as much as it was a beating, I was more concerned about Josh Warrington's physical state. The mental state would have been difficult as well. So I think it's nice that AJ, who suffered defeat, not in the same way, and I was never concerned about AJ's physical state after the Ruiz fight, just his mental state. And he would have known exactly, look, AJ's was a million times worse, a trillion times worse, right, in terms of his mental state after getting embarrassed the way he did in America. So I think it's nice that he reached out to Josh and just maybe give Josh a few words of advice. I can't recommend this highly enough, boy. This shit's strong. Get into my head a little bit.